Good morning, this is Christine with cricketscreativecorner.com, and I'm doing a real quick video on the blended season stamp set. I just absolutely love it and I cannot stop playing with it. I even was using my mother's before I even got mine in the mail. So I actually open all of her stuff whenever it comes in, and she shows it to me because I get so excited. I want to see all the paper. I want to see all the stamp sets and framelits and everything that she gets. So it's kind of funny. But anyway, I finally got my very own blended season stamp set. Now this is only available until August the 31st or while supplies last. I would love for y'all to be able to get it. I think it's a beautiful set. It's a little bit of an all occasions kind of thing. You are the friend everyone wishes they had. I just miss you. Congrats. And then thank you and wishing you all the best and Merry Christmas. I just love it because it has a little bit of everything in there. So we're going to be using this one today with the fall leaves and probably I just miss you sentiment. This one is gorgeous. I love this one. I have plenty of samples on my Facebook business page for you to look at on that. I might even show you a couple if I have them handy. Okay, so I'm going to put this away. And then we're also going to be using the watercolor pencils. When I made this card, I actually have never used watercolor pencils, so I didn't know how they worked. But whenever I saw a video on the Stampin Up YouTube page, they showed us how to use them, and I'm so excited, so I'll be able to use those. And then our stitch shape framelits, we're going to be using the this one is the Stitch Shape Framelits Stitch Seasons Framelit dies. I'll get that in a second. And then this is what they look like. They're gorgeous. Love these. Love these. Beautiful. And then here's a little leaf, a little garland type thing, little accent pieces and a little bow. And this is for a bell. If you didn't see that on the stamp, it's for a bell. Let me show you real quick. It goes to this little stamp right here. It's kind of a funny shape, but that's what it's for. Okay, so I'm going to be using, let me see which one. I think it was the smaller, was it the smaller one? Let me check real quick. Yes, it was the smaller one that I used. So we're going to use this one, the medium one, I guess. There's a small, the medium, and the large. And we're going to go ahead and put this away. So I'm just going to go ahead. Let's see, where am I going to start? I guess I'll start with the paper. Let me grab that real quick. Put that away because we won't need that anymore. I'm going to be using the crumb cake cardstock. So let me get my Stampin' trimmer here for you. Let me move it so you can see. There we go. I still haven't cleaned my trimmer yet. Okay, so we're going to cut this for a card base is at 5 1/2. Let me get this done real quick. And then it's going to be scored at 4 1/4. Let me bring it down here. I don't want to cut it like I have done that in the past. So we got it scored. Okay, and then we're going to take this other piece that we used, the other half, and this is going to be, I'm going to make it the same size as the card base. So I'm going to do 5 1/2. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Let me think about it for a second. By 4 1/4. Let's see, 4 1/4. I think that's right. I'll double check myself here just a second. I need a new blade on my trimmer, sorry. Okay, so this is, it should fit right exactly on top of the card base. So you can't hardly tell. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this piece. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to use our little framelit. I'm going to put it right there in the middle. So I'm going to get my Big Shot out real quick. And here we go. All right, see if you can see it. It's kind of close up, but oh well. All right, let me get my plates real quick. I'm going to use the magnetic plate. And then a base plate. And then I'm going to take my paper cardstock, and you want to center this where you want it as best you can. Just kind of center it in the middle of the paper. Let's see. All right. I'm just going to be super quick with it because I don't want it to drive people crazy. I know some people are going, oh, move it to the left, move it to the right, go up, go down. But because that's what I do. And when people are like doing their videos, I'm like, no, it needs to be moved over or something like that. So, okay, so I'm going to run this through. I'm going to go back a couple of times. Let's do 1 and 2. All right, it's easier to get out of the thing too. So I'm going to put this away, and then you have your cut piece. And then see how the framelit, it has 2 stitched edges basically. So you could use this piece for another card. Actually, this is the piece I'm going to use. You could use this for another card, but it has the stitches on the outside and the stitches on the outside of this. So you have 2 pieces in one. So I love it. Okay, I'm going to put this away. All right, and let's see if I could show you what I'm going to do. I have actually made a card earlier, and I'm gonna save this for something else. So this one was a little smaller when I cut it out, but I used it anyway because it did the job that I needed to do. So instead of cutting another piece out, actually it looks like it fits perfectly on there. I don't know how I managed that. But anyway, I'm gonna line this up with this. Now you can get you a piece of like a little piece of washi tape or something like that. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Okay, so I've got me some washi tape. It's just some old washi tape, and to help you kind of hold that in place just while you're doing a little stamping on it. So I'm going to do this, get it lined up really well. Okay, and I'm going to just stick it right here, and then I'm going to get another piece and put it maybe, I'm trying to think of where I'm not going to be stamping, maybe over here, just to kind of hold it in place. I probably should put one over here, but this is where I'm going to be stamping. All right, so I'm going to put that away. Here is my stamp ready to go, and then I'm just going to use the Memento ink. Let me grab that. Okay, and I'm just going to ink this up really, really well. I'm going to make sure it's nice and dark. Okay, that should do it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to just turn it over and just start stamping right on top of here. Make sure you don't get on the other side of the card though. Let me see what, let's see, I'm going to put it right here, and then I need to push really hard so that it can get underneath pretty close to this line on the other side. So I'm pushing really, really hard. I don't want to rock it too much and get some ink where I don't want it. Okay, so hopefully, let's see what happens. There we go. Okay, there's one. So I'm going to get some Memento again and re-ink. And I'm going to do one more stamp real quick. Let's see, which way do I want to turn it? I think, actually, you know what? I might just leave it just like that. I think I'm going to do without the second one. Okay, I think that looks good just the way it is. All right, and don't worry about, you know, that you can see that in there and all that, so it's okay. So we're going to take this off, and we're going to take it all the way off. I'm just making sure I'm doing it in the right order. Excuse me. And you can save that for later. Okay, so you have this, and then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put this on top right about here. This is the one I'm going to actually use. All right, and then I'm going to take, let me find my stamp. I didn't get that one ready. I'm going to take this sentiment right here, I just miss you, right here. Okay. And I need to get a block, so hold on just a second. Grab one, stick it quick. Ooh! Okay, let me get that back in the right spot. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to line this up where I want it. Let me get this all straight and everything as straight as I can. Okay. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to line this up as best I can, and then I'm going to get some more of the ink, the Memento ink. I'm going to go ahead and, I did this last time, and it was kind of scary, but I got it. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm inked it up, and I'm going to put it kind of even with this little point right here. So let's make sure I have it the right side up. Okay, go ahead and ink it. Hold it down for a few seconds. There we go. Perfect. All right. That is all the inking that we're going to do. So now I'm going to just take this off. I'm going to move this all to the side. Excuse me. Now what I did last time is I went ahead and got my stamp again with the leaves, and I just stamped it on here. Now you could use this for another card, another design if you want, but it was just an extra piece of cardstock, or you can get an extra piece of cardstock. You might have a little bit left over on this one, so you could do that and stamp on it. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick my whole process, but I'm not gonna do the whole thing. So I went ahead and inked that up. I'll save that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stamp right here, like that, and then we're gonna ink it again because we want a few different leaves. Okay, and then we're gonna stamp again, turn it the other way. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect. This is just like a spare piece of cardstock. Okay, so you have this printed out. So now the next thing I did is, it's going to be kind of tedious and you're going to love me for it, is you're going to fussy cut some of these leaves out. I know there is one leaf in the framelit set that you can cut out, but I want to use the same ones that were in the stamp set. So I just chose these two right here because they're kind of together, so you're getting 2 for 1. And then I chose these two. Actually, I used all of these. So I just go ahead and fussy cut all the way around. Takes a little bit of time. Now you can do it right up against the black line, or you can pull it away and have a little bit of an edge on it and kind of have like a border around it. It may be a little bit easier for some, but what I did is I just went around the right next up to the line. So you could do that. Let me go down a little bit more. And these are the best scissors to use for this sort of thing. And they're the perfect size. They're sharp. They're easy to maneuver, all that good stuff. But you can go around and around and around and cut out all your leaves. So like I said, I went along the line on my other ones. So you go ahead and finish cutting that out, all 3 sets. I'm going to put that to the side, and then here are your little leaves that you have, okay, when you cut them out, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take my watercolor pencils. Let me go ahead and get zoomed in a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing. This is so neat. Like I said, I have not used these any watercolor pencils in my life. I'm not an artsy person, so let's see. Excuse me. I'm going to take some of these out and show you all the different colors. Look how pretty those are. So I'm going for the fall look. So we're going to use like the orangey color. Let me make sure this is the orange. It's not, let me see what this one is. I can't remember. It's like a red. Ooh, the red would be pretty actually. Maybe I'll do some orange and red and a little bit of green. That's not green. Let me find my green. Here it is. There you go. So we've got Old Olive, we've got Pumpkin Pie, and we have Real Red. So we'll use those. All right, so I'm going to put those aside. So we're going to do the coloring real quick. Let me get it in the right spot so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do the big one first. So let's see, I'm going to do, let's do the red one. I like the red. So you just kind of scribble a little bit to get it flattened, and then you're going to just kind of color it, make it look, give it some dimension and all that good stuff. So you just kind of give it some color. So this is what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm not one to know what exactly I'm doing, but I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of color, and you don't want to brush too hard, just a really light kind of stroke to it. So, but like in these areas, you want it to be a little darker, and then maybe up the little middle part. And then what I did was I put a little bit of green in a couple of them just to kind of give it like it's just now finishing up turning to the fall coloring You know, like there's still a little bit of green, so it doesn't take much for that. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of the orange in this one. So you just go through, hopefully you can see these, see what I'm doing, and you just lightly brush all around. And I found that if you go in little circles, it's a little bit better. It doesn't make those harsh lines as much. So, but I'm going to do this a little bit darker there, okay? I'm going to do this little bitty leaf. It's so cute. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one all over real lightly. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of red in there. Hopefully you're able to see that. Just a little bit of red. It kind of, so beautiful. I love this. Okay, there's that. And then, let's see, it seems like I did a different, I had a different color. Let me find out. Red, green, orange. Okay, so let's do, let me do a little bit of green on this one. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna do a little bit of green. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of the orangey color just all over. I bet that would be pretty. Like I said, you don't need to make it too dark or anything. You'll be surprised at how much this, don't forget the stems. I think I forgot the stems on my sample card. I'll go back and do a little bit of that. That's cute. Okay. All right. So then let's see. We'll do another red. Do a little bit of a red. Let's see. Let me do the green. I know you're probably bored to death, but I just want to show you the whole process. Okay, let me do that, and then a little bit of the red on that one. Just a little bit of circling. Okay, so there we're done with that. So we're done. Okay, so now I'm going to take my aqua painter, and it has water in it. And then we're going to go very carefully. Let me squeeze just a little bit of water out. There we go. I don't want it to be too watery because it gets too flooded to me. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're just going to run it over the card, the little flower, sorry, not the card, the flower. And you could, once it dries, you can always go back and kind of make it a little bit darker if you want. I kind of did that on one of them. Okay, so here's this one. Let me get a closer look. Let me get up here where you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. I know it's a little dark. I don't have very good lighting, but oh well. You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so you can see it a little bit better in person. And then, oops. Just kind of lightly go over it with the water. Get it all smeared up in there. That's pretty. Excuse me. And then same thing with this one. You'll probably see it a little bit better with this one. I did go a little bit darker. Okay, there's that one. Oh, I can't wait to do this one. This one's gonna be pretty. Okay, so you just kind of get it all. Ooh, boy, I love that red. Smeared in there. I like it. Okay, don't want to go crazy with it. Okay, so let me put this away. I'm gonna zoom out so you can see what else I'm doing. All right, so you have your little cute little leaves already. I'm gonna put these watercolors away. I love these, so pretty. So the set, actually, the bundle, you can purchase this separately, but you can get it with your blended seasons stamp set. You can get this, and the framelits as a bundle, okay? And then you can purchase these separately. So, all right, don't forget that. That's your bundle, and it's only for a limited time, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to move this over to the side. I'm going to bring out my beautiful card again, and we're going to put, look how cute, we're going to put dimensionals on the back of these. Let me get me another set of dimensionals. I've run out. Let me grab that super quick. Okay. All right, we got to have our dimensionals, of course, you know. All right, so I'm going to put a lot on here so it's, don't get too crazy. I do, actually, because I want it to stand up nice and tall and straight and stay straight and all that good stuff. Put one there, one here, here. Of corners and on the top. Okay, I think that will do it. So now I get to take all the fun backings off. Alrighty. Yeah, we have some other promotions. Go to my website at cricketscorner.stampinup.net and check them out. We've got our paper pumpkin, which you only have a couple of days left to subscribe to get your 50% off. Did I get that one already? No. For your first paper pumpkin kit, so make sure you do that. All right, so now I'm going to turn this over, and we're going to put it as close as we can, as best as we can, line it up. Ta-da, and ta-da, there we go. And that's so pretty, and it has a little lift on it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I think I did put some more flowers, leaves actually underneath it. I should have done that. Let me see what I could do. Let me see if I can pull this up for just a second. Usually I'm pretty good at it. Let me do that super quick because I didn't see that earlier. I totally forgot. This was really late last night when I was making this card up. So, so I don't remember what I was doing. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, so we're going to take our stamp again. Let me grab it real quick because I want to make sure I do this correctly. I want to show you exactly what I did. Okay, so put that away, got it stamped, and we're going to do this. Move that out of the way. Okay, so we're going to put it about right here. Let me see if I can get that where I want it. Let me make sure and it doesn't matter how far off the page you go, just as long as you don't get over here on this side. Okay, so we got that. Now we're going to put this on top. Let me do this again. All right, not too bad, not too bad at all. Okay, now we got it. Let me see if this light will actually help. Not really. Okay. All right, so now the fun part, we get to put our beautiful dried leaves on. Yeah, they're dry. So I just kind of placed them a little bit. You know, you could kind of see that you didn't get all the way underneath to the second layer. So you just use this to cover it up. See, fun stuff. Mistakes can be fixed. And then I just threw one right there, and I put one down here, and we're good to go. So let me get my regular dimensionals and my mini dimensionals. These are adorable. So, okay, so we're going to take this over. Probably just a couple. Let me put one here, and let's see where this one's going to lay. All right, so I'm going to put it more close to the top of this one. Go ahead and take the backings off. I just love this set. It's just so fun, and I'm not one to choose the sets with flowers in them, which is not anything I really was impressed with, but whenever this stamp set came out, oh my goodness, I love it. Get that out of the way, put that right there. See, the perfect size for a mini dimensional. All right, let me pull this off. Okay, and we're gonna lay this close by right there. So it's like they're falling. They're falling. Okay, and I think I used the smaller dimensionals on these last two because they are a little small. So I'm gonna use 2 dimensionals. Put one here and one right here. Okay, oops. Yeah, Stampin' Up is very fun because they show you different techniques and then you could apply those to your projects that you make. So I'm gonna put it right about there. So, there you go. There is the super cute card. I love it. I just miss you. Isn't that so sweet? I love it. So there you go. There's my close-up. Let me get it close up. There we go. No, not too close. There you go. All right, so don't forget to order your blended season stamp set before it's too late. These will go out pretty darn quick. They're only available, like I said, till August the 31st, so make sure you get yours today. And you can go to cricketscorner.stampinup.net to order yours. And then don't forget about your paper pumpkin kit. Here's the one I made earlier, this one right here. Isn't that the cutest thing? And the leaves come out different every time. So, But make sure you don't forget to order your paper pumpkin kit. You get 50% off as a first-time subscriber. So make sure you get that. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all leave a comment, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Snowflakes fall on the